Hello friends, my name is Koolio and welcome back to the channel. Guys, I just gotta let you all know, happy Valentine's Day for those of you that are watching this on Valentine's Day, or happy post-Valentine's if you guys are watching this video after Valentine's Day. Either way, I hope you guys have a wonderful holiday. For today's video, I decided to do something a little bit different than what I usually do, is I decided to go back and recheck out browndust. Now, if you guys don't know, the game just announced a couple days ago and open up the pre-registration for the global servers. Now, technically, it already was globally launched. You just had to go to other Play stores in order to download it, and they already had English versions, things like that all set up. However, this is more of an official global launch, meaning that they're gonna have the app available to download in the Western regions, Europe, North America, and all those other different countries. Now, the global version of the game will be launching on March 7th, and I'll have a link down below to the pre-registration event. Now, the pre-registration is open for Android. However, I haven't seen the pre-registration pop up for iOS, but I'm sure it'll pop up in the near future. So, what is browndust? Now, if you guys watched my previous video, I have done a first impressions of this video kind of a long time ago. This is this is one of my favorite hero collector games on the mobile platform. Like, this is really one of my favorite games. And it has mainly to do to, one, it is extremely free to play friendly. They give out so much currency, they give out so many cool, awesome heroes. And two, I really enjoy the gameplay. They sort of take the boring autoplay grind that you find in other games and actually make it really interesting. So I'm actually just gonna go in and jump into the campaign, and I wanna show you guys a couple of different examples as to what I mean by this. So I'm gonna jump into this boss level. This is chapter 8. This is a boss level I played a little bit a while ago, but I think it really demonstrates a really good point to the combat system in this game, because I personally really love the combat in this game, but some people might not. Now, the game is like an auto combat, but it's all about setting your team up beforehand in order to overcome the challenge. Now, for this specific level that I'm playing, the boss has an AoE charm effect. Basically, what this does is she will fire off an AoE bomb attack towards my enemies, or towards my teammates in the back right there. And anyone within the blast of her attack will become charmed, and all of their abilities will then be redirected back towards my team. So, or if they're beneficial abilities like buffs and stuff, it'll actually be redirected towards her team. So we're gonna go through, and I'm actually gonna show you what my team was when I first encountered this boss. So I think it was like this. Yeah, it was just like this. I'm gonna go ahead and start the battle system. I'm gonna keep it on 1x speed. I think I've got it on 2x. Yeah, let's switch it to 1 time. So basically, when I came into this level, I was like, oh, this is gonna be easy. I'll be able to take this down. All the levels I did prior to this, I was like dominating, but her charm effect is incredibly powerful. Now, she is a mage character, and all mage characters in the game, it takes them 2 turns for them to activate their abilities. And so once the round finishes and it goes into round 2, she will then activate her AoE charm effect ability and target 5 of my heroes, hitting them with damage, charming them, and then now all of my beneficial abilities are going to be targeted towards her team. All of my detrimental abilities, like attacks and stuff, will be targeted towards mine. You can see, like, now my team is kind of getting taken down pretty quickly because they're all charmed and they're all being attacked. They're all attacking themselves. And when I first came into this area, I was like, what the heck? And it was like really hard. Like, I was able to overcome it, but I wasn't able to 3-star it because my teammates kept attacking themselves, kept helping her team out and all this stuff, and I was like, what in the world is going on? And it's because of her charm effect ability. And then I was like, okay, how can I overcome this? And so I went back into this area. I'm gonna turn it on to 2x2 speed so we can get through this. I came back into this area and I readjusted where all of my teammates were, and I was able to get past this 3 stars, no problem. I didn't lose a single teammate, and it was all because I was able to set this up in just the right way that her charming effect wasn't such a huge detrimental to my team. Now, my team is a little bit more powered up than the first time that I played through this, so I was able to clear that fairly easily. But yeah, the whole point of this game is all about setting up your team and making sure that you get the most out of your teammates when it comes to combos for abilities and skills like that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just kind of jump in. I'm not gonna actually play the level. I just want to show you what I mean by setting your team up now, so you can see kind of what I'm doing first. Now, when it comes to setting your team up, you do have a certain amount of heroes that you can apply onto the board, up to 9, but each of them has a requirement, a certain amount of points that it costs for them to add onto the team. You can see I have 285 total points that I can use, and I've got a total of 258 right now. So there are a couple of characters I can swap out onto the board if I want to, which I'm not going to do right now just for the purposes of this video, just to show you kind of what my team looks like currently. Now, there is an attack order to all of the abilities. When it comes to support characters, if they have a support ability such as a buff or a heal or a shield of some kind, the ability is applied to whoever is next in the attack order. So the first character that I've got going on right now is this character right here, Elijah. She has a shield ability which will target the next character in line in the attack order, which is my vampire guy right there in the center. You can see a line moving from her to the vampire guy in the center. And then you can see all the characters around him in a kind of a cross formation are all highlighted in yellow. That means the shield ability affects all of those characters around him like that. And then I've got him going second because he can take down shield characters in the front. And then following him, I've got Anubis, who is a mage character. And like I said, mage characters take 2 turns to attack. So I like to have him go next to charge up his attack for the next turn, because once it comes around to round 2, he's usually able to do a significant amount of damage. Now after him, I've got another support character right here called Verona. Now her ability is any character directly in front of her will be affected by this, which I've got Meliodas right in front of her. Or, I'm sorry, the next character in attack order will be affected by this. She's got an attack and crit based up. And my Meliodas character, he's my strongest character, does a significant amount of damage. And so she will boost him with the crit rate and attack damage bonus. And then he will go next. And usually by that point, either my vampire guy is taking out the shield in the front, or the shield guy is weak enough to the point where Meliodas just like straight up goes right through him, does a significant amount of damage. And then I've got my last 2 shield characters going up like that. So that's basically how the overall combat setup works. And it's really, really interesting. And there are some really cool combos. You've even got set effects. So if you got the certain correct characters on your team, you get bonus effects that are applied to your team beforehand. There's so much you can do in this game that I absolutely love. It's hands down one of my favorite games that I've played in a really long time. And it's kind of like my guilty pleasure game, where I'll come back to it every once in a while and play, because I just have so much fun with the combat, with all the different characters and stuff like that. Now, I do want to go through and explain one thing that might be a little confusing, that I'm hoping I'll be able to explain, because it was something that I actually personally didn't figure out correctly until pretty much like yesterday when I decided to kind of hop in. Now, when it comes to all the characters, you can level them up, you can add runes, you can add 2 runes, you can get soul gear. The soul gear is specific gear for that character. So I've actually got some soul gear, but I don't have any for Elijah herself. So there's nothing I can equip onto her. You also got different costumes that you can equip onto the character. You can actually get through Awakening. You can star rank them up. Once they get to a certain star rank, you can use specific materials to awaken them and change their overall look. And then you can see the set effects down here. She's got the Eternity one. So HP increases for mercenaries with the set effect, increases by 30% with 3 mercenaries deployed and 10% with just 2. So I'm actually missing this guy. I don't have Joseph on my team. So if I do, I would probably add him. I have enough to add that guy to my team anyway. But what I want to explain to you guys is how the skill system works. Now, I was really confused. I always thought that they had different skills, that they were all separate. These ones down here that you can see right here, there's like 3 of them. No, that's not the case. They have one skill. Her skill is called the refresh skill, where it collaborates with allies that cast powerful buffs. So it gives you an overall description of what that skill does. It gives you the target range. So you attack, it'll bless the next person in line after her. And then in a cross formation, it'll shield everyone around her in a 5 tile, or shield everyone around that next ally in a 5 tile range. And then it has all these passive effects just underneath it. So with the refresh ability, the first one is the lasting enhancement. It is a renewal effect. It's something that continually renews, and it supports an ally. It casts on an ally, and it's immediate. Resets the duration time of buffs applied to allies. And so every time it's cast back onto them, it just resets the duration of the buff. And then the next one is the barrier bestowal. This is a barrier ability. When supporting an ally, so when she's casting an ability for the next ally, it lasts for 8 turns. And it says allies' incoming damage is reduced by her support times 10% reduces incoming damage. Now, what that specifically means is if you look over here to the preview, these stats right here, they have this support ability. It says 124.3% support. Now, I take that times by 10%, and that basically gives me an idea of how much damage reduction they're gonna receive from that shield. And then as I skill up and as I rank up these skills, I can actually see a preview of when these skills will be unlocked. So at +0, +1, +2, +3, +4, etc. You can see how they all kind of eventually upgrade. The next time, I got to get her to at least +6, and I will unlock this new ability called Purification. What it does, it's a removal skill, which removes debuff skills that are applied to any of the allies that are affected by my shield. And so I do need that because there are some PvP and stuff that is pretty intense that I'm going to need. And then also a lot of skills have exceptions to it, which is something I didn't understand until about last night. But you tap on the exception, it says it ignores prohibition skill types in application or applies, can't remove prohibition skill types, permanent skills can't be removed, unremovable skills can't be removed. So there are some debuffs that say that it can't be removed with removal-based purification spells, and so that doesn't apply to it. So when you're trying to understand the overall strategy of your team, the skill is like the place to go to understand basically how that all works. And it's not something that I understood fully until, like I said, until about last night. Let me just show you one more character, Veronia. She's one of my favorite characters in the game. She's awesome. She's got the Saving Light skill. It's a supporter that protects allies from the front. Basically gives an attack boost. It gives a crit damage boost. And then once I get it up to +3, I will get the debuff immunity bestowal. So it makes allies immune to debuff abilities. And then when I awaken her, it unlocks the regeneration barrier, which not only reduces incoming damage by 35%, but also heals my teammate, which is max HP every turn times 2%. And I believe that's the max HP of the hero unit that has it applied on top of them. So yeah, so that's how the skill system works in this game. It's fantastic. I absolutely love it. And I know it's not everybody's cup of tea. I know some people aren't going to like the auto style combat, but I cannot tell you how satisfying it is when you jump into a stage, a boss or whatever, you decide, oh, my team's strong enough, you play through it and you get wiped out and you're like, what in the world? How did I get defeated so quickly? And then you take a look at the boss, you see how their skills work, you readjust your team, moving characters. Even just moving characters from one block to a different block can significantly change the outcome of a battle, and I love it. I love overcoming challenges that way, and I actually really enjoy watching the battle kind of unfold and just kind of cross my fingers like, come on, team, you can do this. And so for the end of this video, I'm gonna go ahead and actually do some summons. And like I said, this game is really, really free to play friendly. Last night I decided to do like a 10-time summon before I went to bed, just to see if I would get anything cool. And I didn't really get anything in that one. But then within like an hour, I was able to get up to another 600 gems to be able to do another summon. So they do have actually I did get something cool in that summon. I got the 4-star magician Leia, and I've added her onto my team, and she's interesting. I do have another character, and I might do a video on her a little bit later, that's essentially like a suicide bomber character. She will attack the enemies in like a 3x3 grid and kill herself. She instantly dies, but any enemy that is hit by her attack becomes charmed and then begins to attack their own teammates. And so I didn't understand that at first when I had her. I was like, this is a terrible character. But then I tried her out last night, and she was actually a lot of fun. But like I said, she does end up killing herself like right off the bat. So there's a couple of different chance up rates going on right now. I'm going to actually do it right here for Aaron. I'm hoping to get Aaron. I wanted to do this one to get Themis because I think Themis is really cool. Actually, let's do it. Let's go for Themis because I could also use Foxy because I heard Foxy's a great character to have. So let's do our free chance up just real quick, see if we get anything pretty cool. We got Rye, 3-star Rye. Thank you. Okay, let's head back. All right, here we go. 10 times. Cross your fingers and just hope that we get something cool. Okay, we got a 3-star there. We got Elaine from Seinfeld. Thank you for joining the team. We got a 4-star. I think it's just a 4-star. Yeah, it's just a 4-star. We got Leia again, which is awesome because I can actually use her to boost up my other Leia. 4-star, 5-star. Yes! Oh, yes! Come on. Oh my gosh, I can't even believe I got a 5-star in this video with you guys. That is crazy. Oh my gosh, are you freaking kidding me? Well, we just got Foxy. I literally didn't think we were gonna get Foxy, but that is fantastic because I actually really wanted her. She's a great character and will definitely help out so much through a lot of the content in the game. I just gotta go through and upgrade her. I'm definitely gonna add her onto my team. 100% for sure. So we're going through this. Also, I do think this game has fantastic waifus without being like super overly sexualized, if that makes sense. Like they're like at least wearing armor. They're not like just in bikinis and stuff. I mean, I'm sure there's like skins and stuff you can get where they're in bikinis, but they've got some pretty memorable waifus and husbandos. Look at that, Sloane, the husbando in this game. So I literally can't believe that we ended up getting Foxy. That is amazing. So there she is. Foxy, combat manual, skill. I am definitely going to add her onto my team. That is fantastic. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. And since the global release of the game is coming very, very soon, I am going to be putting out more and more videos about the game as we get closer and closer to launch, and then probably do a launch live stream when the game officially goes live. Now, I don't know if those of you that currently have accounts like this, like I do, in the C server, are able to transfer that over to the new global servers. I'm not 100% sure. Most likely we'll probably have to start over from the beginning, which would kind of suck because I really like my account that I've got going on right now. But oh well, if you guys enjoyed this video, if you guys want to see more Brown Dust videos, let me know down below in the comments. Let me know if you guys are currently playing it and your thoughts on the game. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to stay up to date in the latest in mobile gaming. Alright friends, I'll see you next time.